TIFU update, I butternut up by not knowing the guy I like works on the same floor as me and telling my friend loudly that he could butternut me in the butternut. Link to OG post. 2 months ago, I coconut up. I was infatuated with this super cute guy who came in and guest lectured for one of my classes. I ended up realizing, not in a way that I wanted to at all, that he actually works 3 labs down from the lab I work at. Basically, most of the floor was on holiday and my close friend and I were hanging around the hallway joking about my crush on this guy when I said, I would even let him coconut me in the coconut if he wanted to. He overheard, came out and told me and my friend to be quiet, then winked at me. I was so coconut mortified. I didn't come back to the lab until winter break was over, hoping that the large influx of people would somehow prevent me from ever seeing him again. That didn't happen. On my first day back, I was in the break room making some toast when he walks in. Oh butternut, I had thought knowing that a confrontation was probably inevitable and that I ought to apologize for my crass comment. But instead, I frantically looked away and focused on putting peanut butter on my toast because if I do that, he can't see me, right? That didn't happen again. Instead, he came up right next to me, smiled, and said, hey, my name, how was your break? I looked up awkwardly and told him it was fine, mainly just stayed on campus and worked at the lab. He told me that he basically did the same but went to see his family for a couple of days. He didn't bring up what happened either, thank God. Then he said something along the lines of, is that all you're having for lunch? And I was like, yeah, I was in a rush and forgot to pack something. He said, oh, I was gonna go grab something to eat at a sandwich place near us. Do you wanna come with? I was like, what, the zucchini, that smooth zucchini? I tried not reading into it and brushed it off as him being nice, so I said sure and we went. Well, we ended up having a great lunch. Inevitably, as we were on our way back, he finally made a crack and was like, so tell me, after our lunch today, how many seconds do you think I spent staring at you? I literally just looked at him blankly with my jaw dropped before he chuckled out, it has to be longer than 6 seconds at a time, right? That has to mean I like you. BTW, what he said was a reference to what me and my friend were talking about that day when he overheard. Even with my shock, I managed to laugh and make a wisecrack back at him. Well, tomorrow is our 1-month anniversary. We have not done the butt stuff. He told me after a couple weeks that although he appreciated my comment, he's not into putting his zucchini in buttholes. Looks like I will be retaining my butt's virginity and I managed to get a super cute, intelligent, and kind boyfriend out of this whole ordeal. TL, doctor, despite my banana up, it all worked out. We're celebrating 1 month together tomorrow. Also, I'm a girl. Got 2 comments asking if I was. Edit, yes, I accidentally wrote guess instead of guessed. My B. Mom, how did you and Dad meet? Dad said to ask you. That's a story you wouldn't tell your kids but happily tell your grandkids. You know, he spent the whole rest of winter break trying to come up with the perfect pickup line. He probably spent half the time thinking if what he heard was enough of a clear signal that she likes him. The guy way. When he went home, I wonder if he mentioned you to his parents. Have you met anybody nice, son? Well, I do know this girl who would let me put it in her butt. Wow, kid. That's love. Congratulations. Thanks, Dad. Edit, your wedding stories will be great if it gets that far. I like to think this actually happened, Lamau. Congratulations on both the cute boyfriend and your unbreached coconut. Thank you very much. It's a win-win smile. God, I'm so glad you didn't banana this up further. I'm happy for you, op. Me too. Thanks, D. TIFU By, genuinely forgetting I had a joint in my pocket and trying to board a plane in Amsterdam and getting caught. So this literally just happened 30 minutes ago. I would freely and happily admit if I tried this on purpose as a warning to others, but legitimately cheesecake up here. Came with a couple of friends for the weekend to Amsterdam for a birthday. It's a great city, pretty to look at and loads of fun. I'm sure most people know the Dutch have decriminalized the use of weed and you can visit coffee shops and buy and smoke joints. Had a fun party night last night in town. Went to some coffee shops, got stoned, went to some bars, danced at a club. Had a great night, but only a couple of hours sleep. In a rush packing this morning, as slept through alarm, I put on last night's jeans on with a joint in plastic tube in pocket, Front weird pocket in front of main pocket, leftover from last night. Got to airport in reasonable time considering slept through alarm. Rushed towards security when suddenly this hideous sensation of my stomach dropping, like in a falling lift. At this stage my rucksack is going through the scanner and the airport staff are guiding me through a body scanner tube that you stand still in with your hands in the air, whilst something revolves around you. "Sir, do you have anything in your pockets?" says the customs lady as she steers me towards the body scanner. Holy zucchini coconut. What to do? I'm still not 100% at this point if there was a joint in my pocket or not. Do I come clean? No, way too late for that. Got to try and style this out, as pocket might actually be empty. Out a tube, put hands up, get scanned no problem. But, skip airport as policy, possibly because of weed, frisk everyone as soon as out of scan tube. I'm asked to put my hands in air again as airport guy starts to frisk intensely all over. I'm sweating bullets and my scrambled mind is trying to remember the hazy details of last night's outing. Did I smoke that joint? Airport guy's hands pats pocket. I feel object being pressed into hip. Butternut butternut butternut. "Sir, empty your pocket please," says airport guy. My partner in the meantime has passed security and is watching on. In slow motion I see the penny drop on his face. I dig into that weird front mini pocket, and pull out a small joint in a plastic tube, as sold in coffee shops, of my pocket. Audible gasps come out of other passengers in queue behind me. I feel my face turning almighty red and feel the room getting a bit spinny. Dying inside. I say to pat down guy, "Oh god, I'm really sorry, I forgot that was in th. Haha, sure, that's what they all say." Laughs airport pat down guy loudly. I placed to one side. Customs security is called over. Was left a nerve shredding 30 minutes before he turned up. Just gonna take this moment and opportunity to say the Dutch are a banana fabulous bunch of people. Customs man comes over and takes one look at me quivering / near to tears and says, "Don't worry sir. Don't look so scared. You are 20th today and you won't be last. I'm sorry you have a government at home that is so restrictive, but unfortunately I can't let you leave Amsterdam with this joint as you will get in trouble at home." I almost wept with relief. I was made to sign a form to say he'd taken joint off me. And that was it. I'm in a bar in Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam having a drink to steady my nerves. To all you Dutch, bless your hearts. You're the best. I'm sorry I was a hot mess and added to the problem of being a dumb butternut tourist. LDR, I was a hot mess and genuinely forgot I had a joint in my pocket. Got caught with it. Dutch customs were amazing about it. Edit spelling, my hands are still shaking. Edit 2, thanks for the shiny stuff. First awards, honest story about my drug use. I'm from UK for those asking. My flights just landed and I made it through UK customs without discovering any other forgotten drugs. I've just found the docket the nice customs man handed me when he took the weed. Says under what was taken, joints. Edit 3, Schiphol doesn't frisk as matter of routine. Yes, I get it. Thanks for correction. The same guy has probably been in charge of taking joints off tourists for 20 to 30 years. He hasn't paid for weed in the same amount of time. Edit, thanks for the gold stranger. Being Dutch and seeing all these wonderful comments about our country and people makes me warm inside. Thank you so much. Edit, I see that a lot of people went to Amsterdam and liked it, so I'm glad about that. But don't forget that the Netherlands is more than just Amsterdam. You should also visit Zuid-Limburg, South Limburg, where I live. There are some beautiful hills here and you can bike and take a stroll through them. There's also a lot of accommodations for tourists, especially in Valkenburg. Haha, I'm Dutch, and when I started reading your post I thought, oh man, no way they're going to make a big deal of it. I'm sorry you freaked out that much. And even more sorry that your home country is so restrictive that it made you freak out this much in the first place. Edit, spelling. Thanks a million. Guys are awesome. The Dutch custom guy was amazing. Honestly so laid back. A gem. Haha, sounds so familiar. A friend of mine once flew from Schiphol to Greece with €5 of weed in his suitcase. He packed shorts last minute and forgot to check the pockets. Luckily nobody found the weed and we smoked it, to destroy the evidence, on the balcony of our hotel on Crete. And GT, to destroy the evidence. Sigh, it's a tough job, but someone's gotta do it. It was just your burden to bear. I hope it wasn't too trying for you guys. Lol. I love hearing people's stories about Amsterdam, they almost always have a happy ending. TIFU by getting Reddit banned in Russia. Today Reddit was blocked in Russia, and I am the one who posted this post which lead to this. In Russia, there is a law which allow Roskomnadzor, Russian censorship agency, to block any website without court ruling. 2 years ago I tested how RKN react to abuse on popular websites / crazy abuses. One of that websites was Reddit. One thing I learned is that RKN doesn't want to block popular websites. They respond me that this content is illegal and they blocked it, but they weren't. It was on the 21st of May 2013. On 10th of August 2015 they posted a call to help them contact Reddit administration to official VK page. Funny thing, but they called Cyberplant. Several hours ago they reported that Reddit is blocked in Russia. Seems like things changed. How Reddit is blocked? Fully. As Reddit switched to HTTPS, there is no way to block special page. Will I remove this post? No. I also think that Reddit administration needs to do nothing. This is important issue on freedom of speech, and only RKN want to violate it. ETW, this post is a guide for indoor growing psilocybe mushrooms in Russian. I'm not sure if any people saw this before blocking, but if you are here and you can read Russian, now you know to grow some shrooms. Thanks to RKN. UPD, Russia unbans Reddit as they comply with request and blocked that post for Russian users. UPD2, this is how Russian internet censorship works. So, you got Reddit banned in Russia single-handedly? Yes, with a minute to copy-paste manual and 2-year delay. I'm in Russia RN, no VPN. Thoroughly confused. I can't see your post because it's so blocked. You know the rules. Russian dashcam footage or it didn't happen. This is an impressive mark to have left on history. I mean, some people cause 48 car pileups on the highway, you get an entire site blocked from an entire country. Make chicken wings all day. And GT, chicken wings. Your contribution is also important.